Yes, everybody, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur. And in this video, we're just going to be taking a look at the next 5 to 6 games that Postecoglou and Spurs have and just how important they are to just, this season as well as Postecoglou's career at Spurs. Unfortunately, we did end, our little period before the international break not on a good note, losing to Galatasaray in just a weird game, and then losing in a much more important game to Ipswich Town. Felt like, Dave and I were sadly, proven to be right when we said that, maybe a lot of the credit, a lot of the good faith that was earned from beating Aston Villa as well as Man City would probably go out the door if you end up losing to Ipswich Town. And it kind of has felt that way, at least in our opinion, kind of looking in from the outside. And so we're going to look at these kind of next 5 to 6 games in context and just sort of, maybe have a conversation about just how important they are for these players, for Ange Postecoglou, and just everybody involved for this season. We have Man City away in the Premier League in our first return back from the international break. Then we're playing Roma at home in the Europa League. We have Fulham at home as well after that. That's a massive game. Bournemouth away in the Premier League. Chelsea away in the Premier League. This kind of Premier League fixtures start coming thick and
We're
fast.
at home
Let
there.
us
Sorry, we're
remind
at
you,
home.
um, against Chelsea, we're at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to say, let us remind you that those Premier League games kind of come thick and fast in the December period, and then you have Rangers away from home in the Europa League. Dave, I mean, how important are these games for Ange as well as for these players?
Look, I think they're very, very important, Jack. When you look at it, we don't have the easiest run of fixtures. It's very difficult. Man City away. Look, some would say we've got the knack of picking up results there, right? But all in all, it's going to be a very, very tough fixture. They're going to be hungry to put things right. They lost, what, 4 or 5 on the bounce, coming into the international break, and if they really want to make a title charge, they also have to start picking up results at this time. You go to look at the Fulham game in terms of the Premier League, Jack. You look at it and say, at home, we should win, but it's off the back of a difficult night in the Europa League. The last 3 games we've had midweek in the Europa League, we faltered on the weekend. We haven't done too well on the weekend, so it's not going to be easy. Bournemouth away isn't easy. They took some scalps up there already this season, already beating Man City, and while Chelsea, we don't usually get into the habit of beating them too often. And then Rangers away is not going to be easy. It's going to be hostile because of the rivalry between the two clubs. So it's not going to be easy. You look at it. If we come in and we don't win them sort of games, Postecoglou is facing the sack, in my opinion. If we come in and we show inconsistency, the same questions are going to continue heading into January. So for me, the pressure is on the players to go out there and deliver. If you want to keep Postecoglou in a job and you think this is the right manager for you guys, you've got to go out there and deliver. There's no excuses. Your excuses went when you lost the likes of Ipswich, Palace, Leicester, teams like that. If you would have put points on the board then, you would have had actually a bit of grace period to maybe have a bit of an inconsistent run here. But we don't have that opportunity now. They have to come out and start putting wins back to back. And when you look at them, they're all very difficult fixtures. Man City, league champions. Roma, despite what's going on in their league, they always turn up in Europe. They're a good, seasoned, veteran European team. Fulham is a London derby. Bournemouth, not easy away from home. Chelsea, London derby. Rangers, almost a derby. So, very, very big games. So they have to go on a winning streak now, Jack.
Oh, absolutely. I think he has to win probably even both of those Europa League games as well, to be perfectly honest, to practically solidify ourselves, really confirmed into the next rounds. I think you probably just need to win the next one against Roma to really, make sure that you probably are going to avoid the playoffs, but you have to think about it. Whereas some of these games, if not all of them, kind of you look at it as a Spurs fan, you really would like to win them because if you lose to Man City, you end up dropping further down that Premier League table. I know everybody says we're only 3 points off of some of the top spots, but we're also 3 points away from some of the lower down positions as well in
Yeah.
the Premier League table. So it's kind of in that period where you do need to start picking up some more wins to really kind of climb with the rest of the top pack instead of falling down with the bottom. And you don't want to get too lost in that scrum in the middle either. And then you have Fulham at home, which probably should be one of the easier games there, but Fulham are not an easy outfit. This Marco Silva team seem like they're just giving everybody a decent game. Bournemouth away has been one of the toughest fixtures for any big team so far this
Mm,
Premier League season. And then Chelsea at home, we always find a way to lose to
mess it
Chelsea.
up.
And so it's just Ange Postecoglou's got to find a way to pick up some wins here. I think maybe in the Premier League he could probably get away with dare I say, 6 points maybe out of those 4 games. I don't know, Dave. You seem to be shaking your head. I feel like he just needs to win those Europa League games there. Tottenham definitely need to beat Roma. Away from home at Rangers is going to be tough, but if you at least get a point there, I think he's safe in the Europa League. And then I'd say maybe 6 points in the Premier League. It's not good, it's not ideal, it's not glamorous, but that's what I would say would probably cool some of the, some of the pressure around him. You seem to be shaking your head though.
Yeah, Jack, because
You can't get away
look,
with a win at Fulham and a win at Bournemouth. You couldn't get away with that, you think?
yeah, look, if he can win them two and he can beat Rangers and he can beat Rome, I think when people look back and go, City, Chelsea, tough, they're flying at the minute. I think that might be enough for him, Jack. But with the inconsistency we're showing, with us struggling to get going on the weekend off the back of Europe, it's a very, very tricky fixture list, and they're all very, very close together. Them
True.
games, so there's a lot of games from the 23rd of November to the 12th of December. We're playing 6 games. We're playing 2 games a week nearly. So it's a very tough fixture period. But look, personally, I don't think the board are close to sacking Ange Postecoglou yet, Jack. I don't think they're even considering it.
No.
But what we've learned is if match day going fans start making their voices heard, we already heard boos after the Ipswich game. If we go in here and there's a poor run and then boos continue, Daniel Levy will crumble to the pressure of the fans and he will sack him. That's where it becomes difficult for Ange Postecoglou.
Well, everybody, let us know your thoughts on this. I think we're just looking at these games. It's just, kind of a key into some of the pressure that's around Ange. I think you've heard before, Dave and I are going to stay pretty steadfast in our belief that, he should be in charge. And I'm going to hold on my faith with him and my patience with him definitely until the end of this season for sure. But these are massive, massive games. At the end of the day, the manager lives and dies by the results, also live and die by basically the reputation that you get with the fans, right? And after a game like that against Ipswich Town, where the players are being booed, everyone's being booed, Ange Postecoglou's having a stare down session with one of the fans, in the tunnel. Things are a little tense right now, and we've been here before. Ange, I think, has actually escaped this pressure before and has done well and picked up wins when needed to. And I think this is a similar situation that he finds himself in. And let's see if he can do it again. I really hope that he does, because me personally, I think it'd be really nice if we could get back onto that winning groove and feeling like where we were before, when we were picking up wins against Aston Villa, Man City, and start to show that consistency. And that's just the thing with Spurs is we just show so much inconsistency that it's just so hard, I think, for fans to get their head around what they really should be believing in, whether they should be believing in this whole thing or not. Personally, I really do believe in what he's trying to build here. But these are massive, massive games to pick up some wins, especially before the holiday breaks, Dave, when everybody's starting to return home, maybe see the family, right? Those are good times to get a win because everybody's going to be even more stressed out, even more kind of critical probably of their team. It's a big opportunity here for Ange and the Spurs team to pick up some wins. Let us know, everybody, down in the comments below. Feel free to smash the like button as well. Become a member. There will be some members-only videos that will be out for you guys too. And come on, you Spurs. Best of luck to us in these upcoming games. Massive, massive games ahead.